Alright, let's get right to it there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to, well, what I'm going to do is look through the old competitors, not the old, but last year's competitors who won the Olympia. We'll start with the Physique with Chris Bumstead. Alright, I'm going to show you some video clips. Hold on a second, let's video capture this so that I can give you my input on who is going to be a great contender or great force to be working with for 2023 Mr. Olympia. So, like I said in prior videos, as the next competitor, bodybuilding competitor in the early 90s to 98, as well as a judge for 5 years. So I know my ins and outs in the whole fitness industry and working at the gyms for over 20 years. So as a personal trainer. So, but anyway, let's we'll go back to my history later on. For those of you who don't know me, know who I used to be, or I was back in the 90s. A pretty good champion in the lightweight welterweight division, which is 155 and 160 in that range. Little did I know that the more money you pump into your body, the more drugs you take, the better you look, and genetics plays a part as well too. So let's not sugarcoat it. Okay, so I'm just giving you pretty much the meat and potatoes of the whole bodybuilding fitness industry. So for those of you who already know about what's going on, know what I'm talking about. For those of you who are just coming up, will understand why I talk this way, or how it's basically the truth about bodybuilding. So there's a lot of truths out there, and there's a lot of fables out there, and there's a lot of young competitors out there that are trying to mimic the other competitors back in the 90s, 2000s to compete. Back then, there were mass monsters. That's back in my category, back in the 90s, early 90s, late 90s, early 90s to late 90s to 2000. Let's put it that way, that range, 10-year time frame. Yeah, there's you could just name from day one. It was just crazy. Now they are more like freaks, but they don't have that. They lack that density, the 3D. There are some, but back then there was a lot. And it was hard to pinpoint which one because they were so evident and so 3D looking. It was hard to pinpoint who was. Actually, you could set apart which one who's going to be better, who's going to be first, second, and third. Now it's kind of like even. Alright? There wasn't there's a lot of wow factors back then. Lots. Freakazoids, that's why I call them. Now there are more like, how do you pinpoint that? Glitz and glamour, you know what I mean? Because of the whole, what do you call it, social media thing, bringing your phones and working out and always constantly putting it in your face. So in the back of your mind, you kind of see, I'll get back to you later, you kind of see, because of your social media followings and how they progress on their steps to becoming a champion or a competitive bodybuilder. And it's not easy becoming a pro. I tried it. It was false hope. Basically, you got to have, the more money you have pump into your body, the more synthetics you have, the more you climb up the ladder. I can imagine if we had the social media back then, that would have been a different story, because then I would have been really focused, because you're constantly filming yourself. You're seeing your progression and how you see what needs to be improved. Work on your weak points, and there's a lot of weak points. There's always weak points in every fitness competitor, guy or girl. But anyway, let's go with C. Bumstead. Let's move on to this show and try to get this thing up and going and show you who I think who is the next wow factor. Let's see.
Chris Bumstead made his Olympia debut back in 2017. There was classic returns all over him.
Okay, so this is Chris Bumstead, who is 3-time Mr. Physique, Classic Physique Olympian. And 2023, this is his 2 weeks out. So I'm checking out one of the YouTube channels. I'm definitely putting this on my Rumble page, so I'll have the link provided below, and I will shade out, because we're on BombTube. I gotta be careful what I put on there because of copyright reason, because you don't want to do that. You get flagged and all that nonsense. It becomes a pain in the neck. So I will shade it out. But if you want to see the real full access of the video, I'll put it on my Rumble with the links provided below. Okay, so let's go on with Chris Bumstead.
Even that year, people had Chris Bumstead winning the show. He lost that show based on just one shot, the back double bicep. Now fast forward to 2023. Chris is 2 weeks out of the Olympia, trying to win his 5th consecutive title. And the interesting thing is the fact that this might very well be the last Olympia of his career. Maybe that is going to be the case, or maybe it isn't going to be. But here is the thing. He does talk about this topic a lot, that he isn't going to compete till he is 35. So can anyone stop him this year? Realistically speaking, if Chris is at his best, all these weight changes, that won't make a difference at all in the outcome. I don't think he even maxed out last year, but that structure allows him to create that illusion of being that biggest guy on that stage. So who else think this year Chris will blow everyone out of the water in an even more dominating fashion?
Okay, so that was one of the YouTube channels that I was watching, and he has a pretty good input. I still think that Chris Bumstead has got that wow factor, and he has that 3D look. He's in the cross between Physique and Open, and it kind of like meshed it together, and he created his own Physique style, and it worked for him. So I think he'll win it again. I don't think that Ursa will. He still has a lot of muscle maturity to go with. He is a little thinner. He needs to bulk up and shape up a little bit more. But he's an up-and-coming lion that's ready to go and ready to burst out into the scene, become a champion. So I think that Bumstead will take it again. And it depends on that day to see how good he looks and how sharp he looks, and how he really sharpens up his diet in the last 2 weeks, because it is 2 weeks now, and it's crunch time. And Bumstead, I think, he's got to go around. I think he's got it, but I can't be 100% sure. But I could be 99% accurate in my predictions. So let's check it out. Road to 4-time Classic Physique 2020. So this was last year's.
Don't believe in you no more. It's a lonely feeling. Oh, it hurts very badly. I know what that's like. They look at you with that look and say, why don't you try something else? Why don't you give up?
Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from them. Get away from them. If you take an oak tree seed and you put it in a 2-foot pot, that seed will never become the oak tree that oak trees are capable of becoming, because it's gonna get stifled by the 2-foot pot. Now check this out. Ain't nothing wrong with the seed. The seed just fell prey to the environment. Don't you allow your environment to dictate the oak tree that you become.
Anytime you move from being normal to trying to be exceptional, people aren't gonna like this. Those normal people, it makes them feel like shit, so they're gonna judge you.
And that's why every true leader, they're called weird, they're called eccentric. When you do the things of real leadership, you're gonna be called strange. Get strong enough in your own skin that when people laugh at you or when they throw stones at you, you keep on going.
I respect any motherfucker that wakes up every day and work their ass off to live their life and lifestyle. Clubbing, partying, hanging out, that ain't for me.
Yeah, that was,
be out here running.
that was more like me.
Practicing. While everybody else is clubbing and hanging out, you got your focus right.
Yeah.
Don't expect people to understand you. Don't expect it to make sense to anybody why you've got to do this, why you have got to go, why you think this is a good job. I'm going. They pay you well. I'm going. Why? I don't understand. You don't have to. I'm going for me. This is something I have got to do. How are you going to make it? I don't know, but I will. The universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied, because that is your commitment. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. That's available to you. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, be lonely, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, become bankrupt if necessary, again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up.
All right, so that's a pretty good motivational video that one of Chris Bumstead's fan as well too. So he definitely has a wow factor, and I think yeah. Let's check out the classic physique video again in 2022. Check out
Chris Bumstead.
Yeah. All right, that was again Chris Bumstead and the posing in 2002 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique. So he's got all the bells and whistles, and he definitely is a force to be reckoned with in 2023 against Ursa and what's the Spanish guy? I forgot his name. But yeah, so I gotta still, I'm gonna scroll them around. Let's see what we got here. If this is 2021. No, I don't want to see that one. I still need to see the 2022. 2022. Classic physique. It's classic. Man, I gotta like get familiarized with this classic physique. There's so many classes. I don't really think it should be that many classes, but like I said, I've been out of the loop for a while, but I go in and out, and so much hype going on in Olympia 2023. I'm kind of anxious to see who's going to win it, because it's good to see a guy who's very dominant in his weight class in the classic physique, which is C. Bumstead. I'm getting to know the athletes a little bit more. And as a judge, I know what to look for, and as a competitor, I know what to look for. So that now I'm really going deep inside of the whole bodybuilding and fitness thing, using all my credentials and my talent through the eyes and the lens, how I feel. And Chris Bumstead is a force to be reckoned with. So there's what do we got here? Okay, let's check this one out.
Lá de cima, Nossa Senhora, que proteja e que ilumine o Ramon nessa jornada maravilhosa.
Ramon Dino, that's his name. Ramon Dino plays second. So this is another guy that's a force to be reckoned with. I really like this guy's physique, but if he gains a little bit more weight, he could really go up in the open class. But right now he's really concentrating and wants to dethrone C-Bump. And he's got the potential to do it. And, he's got Chris Exito, the technician, who's a master dietitian. He's also a pretty good competitor himself. I've seen him back in the 90s. I remember him. He wasn't really competing. He didn't really put that much forward into his physique, but he's a good coach, and I respect him for that. And he's great friends with Palumbo and all that stuff, so he knows what he's talking about. And for him to train Ramon, he did a fantastic job. But Bumstead just had that edge. He had the slice and dice combined with the 3D, and everything was well proportioned. It wasn't too mass, it wasn't too thin, it was just there, and it caught your attention. And to me, he deserved to win, but Ramon has got that up and coming wow factor, going to be the next classic physique. But that's just me. From as a judge perspective, I see it. As a competitor perspective, I see that coming as well too. So I got that. Let's check out Ramon. So this is gonna be so this is Ramon right now. Fantastic shape. Yeah. It's got very dense. Okay, that was a really short one, but let's try another one right here. Okay, hold on, let's try this one. There it is. This guy's got forearms. He's got he just has that density, that thickness. He's got that. Once it becomes more tighter and more paper thin, comes out slice and dice and becomes really tight. It's going to be really hard to judge up between him and C-Bum. So let's try another. Right there, look at that thickness right there. See, he's got that potential to become an open class as well too. And unless it was just 5 months ago, he's very well rounded. So one thing right there, besides the tan, he still looks very well proportioned there. Still He still has the abs. Okay. Looks great. So. Okay, so that was. Okay, so Ramon Dino. Let's check out some of his workout routines. Holy cow, this guy's strong as hell. You know how hard it is to do that? That's why I respect bodybuilding and fitness all around and all these competitors now, because excuse me, nowadays everybody's outdoing each other, and the competitive, and they put it up a notch. It's just one notch higher and better than it was back in the 90s. So everybody's out doing each other, stepping up a notch, giving yourself more, that they call it je ne sais quoi, that quality that the audience needs and the other judges need on that stage. And it's all perception as well too, the lighting, the tanning. So Dennis Ramon. Okay, so this is 2022. I'm gonna have to put him second again if Chris Exito gives him a better package, a better if he comes in more tighter, more slice and dice, and all the fine lines in there, and everything is put together, his routine, the confidence. I think that will be a really, really tough call between him and C-Bum. So it's going to be those two again. From a judge's eye, that's my perspective, and as a competitor as well too. So I will have to put that on the books. What I think that might happen if he doesn't screw up his diet, which I don't think he will, because Exito is probably going to be on his ass. But okay, let's see. I'm going to start doing more critiquing on this as well too, since 2 more weeks left of the show. I'll also do the women as well. I don't really critique the women as much because, you know, as a guy competitor, you want to see the guy's outlook. The women, I think, should be with the women, but I don't like women looking like guys, and they shouldn't be like that. They should have more feminine qualities. That's why there is, I think, classic physique and physique in there for the women, which I will look at that later on, and I will also critique that, so stay tuned for that as well. Okay, so right now I like going through this to see their progression of 2023 and how they're gonna look. To me, in my eyes, I will give you the deciding factor of what I think that the outcome will be in the next 2 weeks. It's gonna be fierce though, because these compares look fucking phenomenal. So this is 2 weeks out of Ramon Dino. Let's see. Let's check it out.
I can't take it anymore. My mind's about to go to war. I need someone to save me from this. To hear me cry when I call out for help. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they'll ever be put to bed. Feels like getting close to reaching my wit's end. But I'm about to load up like
Oh boy, definitely don't miss those days though, but
another day to lose control. There's a fire in my bones. My sight gets blurry, pushing back the tears. Should take a leap of faith and face my fear. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they'll ever be put to bed. It's like I am close to reaching my wit's end, holding out, but I'm about to blow it up like a volcano.
Right, cease, right, set.
Like a volcano. Blow it up like a volcano. What you do, what you do, what you do, what you do. See what it means when you set me free. What you do, what you do, what you do. See what it means when you set me free.
So that was Dino Ramon, boys. So he's definitely got the wow factor, and he's going to be, I think, the next 2024 uppercut physique. So that's my take, but I'm going to check out Ursa. And I think he'll place third again because he still doesn't have that density and that still a little lean. He needs to pack in some more size. Where is it? Where's Olympia Classic Physique? Okay, I'm gonna see. There we go. Let me see this NBC News.
Bob, in numerical order, competitor 10, Alex. 16, Michael. 36, Fabian. 54, Wesley.
Wesley, okay. Okay, this is it right here, the first, second, and third. Yeah.
Give yourself room and hit a front double bicep. Side chest.
Okay.
Presentations in just a few moments. Ronnie.
Yeah, there's Ursa.
Ronnie Coleman in the house. Where is it? Yeah, buddy. Pride Athletics with Stephanie Andre. All right, thank you, Stu. Thank you, Stu Health.
Okay. So this is Ursa right here. I don't want to go. That's Ursa right there. Okay, I will go more in depth with his physique later on, but this.
All right, thank you, Stu Health.
Yeah.
Representing Trifecta, Fitburn, Chris Stewart Oakfield, along with Dr. Ronaldo Morales and his lovely wife, Corey. Gentlemen, please take the first place award, the Olympia gold medal, the check for $50,000, and the title of 2022 Classic Physique Olympia champion to our winner. And still,
Yeah, Chris Bumstead. So he did deserve it.
Olympian
Yeah.
Chris Bumstead.
My prediction was that last year as well too. This year I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. If Ursa doesn't gain a little bit more weight and more slice and dice, and Ramon becomes more. He doesn't need the thickness, he still has it. He just needs to get slice and dice. He needs really to get thinner skin, and he needs to. We'll see what happens. All I'll say is that Bumstead again. We got Ramon Dino. We got Ursa third. That's my take in 2024. 2023, Mr. Olympia. And we're 2 weeks out, and this is me giving you my critique and the classic physique. Okay, guys? So I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget the links if you want to see the whole video on my Rumble page, so I won't get flagged and bumped too. Bye for now. God bless. Godspeed. I'll see you in the next video.
All right, gentlemen, your favorite coach.